All right, let's be real. Sometimes your brain just feels like a messy sandwich. There's too much going on, stuff slipping out the sides, and no napkins in sight. That's where therapy comes in.
And we're not just talking about screaming into the void or trauma dumping on your sandwich artist. We're talking actual therapy with someone who knows what they're doing. And lucky for you, BetterHelp, our paid partner for this episode, makes it easy to get started.
No waiting rooms, no weird therapy office smells, just a quick questionnaire and boom. You're matched with a credentialed therapist in a couple days. And if it's not a vibe, switch it up faster than you can switch up your sandwich sauce.
So if your brain feels like a chaotic group chat, do yourself a favor, go to betterhelp.com/thinkfresh or hit the link in the description for 10% off your first month. Your future self will thank you.
And we are live right as trucks go by. The wind is blowing. Ty and Eric are on a patio. Brewski in hand. Oh, can I get a clink on that?
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, the wind is crying merry over here in beautiful Vancouver.
Downtown East Side, sunny day.
Yeah, we're sitting at a patio for the illustrious Beep company. And yeah, it's quite nice. A nice little breeze. If you hear the wind picking up in our sails, then we apologize. We're just potting al fresco today.
Dude, I love an al fresco patio, if you will. It's a patio beer, patio day. I feel a little on edge, though, recording with you. I keep looking left, looking right. We're on a bicycle artery road. You can hear the clinks and the chains going by. I don't want to get hit.
Yeah.
I don't want people asking me why there's a big, girthy black microphone in front of me.
I won't ask you. Don't worry. But I don't know if you noticed, Ty, but the song that's playing is The Wind Cries Merry.
Is it?
Yeah. By Jimi Hendrix, which is the shirt I'm wearing right now.
Dude, so many connections. You are wearing a Jimi Hendrix shirt. I didn't realize you were a Hindi head.
Oh, yeah, dude. You know? Future Hendrix, Jimi Hendrix. I like them all.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. It's funny because lots of bikes are going by, and every single bike does a long gaze at every single one of these beautiful patio tables. Dude. They're like, fuck, I gotta stop.
Well, when you see a couple lads drinking a beer on a patio, all the girls want to be with you and the guys want to be you. Let me tell you, you are living the dream.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that, Ty. What do you think of the mural behind you? Because every time I sit here, I look at it and I'm thinking, like, what kind of fucking zoo animal bullshit is this?
Okay, so I'm going to describe the mural that you're pointing out to the breadheads. What I see is a gigantic brick wall, maybe like 60 feet by 30 feet, and it is filled with cartoon animals riding bikes. Presumably a celebration of the bike lane next to the building.
Yeah, no, you're probably right about that. I've never seen raccoons and bears and rats and caribou get along so well.
The animal kingdom, they all come in. It's kind of like that scene in The Lion King around the watering hole.
Yeah, totally. Noah's Ark type beat.
Here we are at our own watering hole of sorts.
Yeah, no, you're totally right. As we get down on our knees and sip this pond, you know what I mean?
Dude, yeah.
Yep. An oasis in the desert of Vancouver.
On a hot day like today.
Yeah.
So lots happening around here, hey? Lots happening in the city. Summer is turning up.
It's a beautiful day.
New restaurant opportunity, Eric. You sometimes commute on Hastings Street, right?
I've known to frequent Hastings, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
West and East.
Yeah, West and East. There's an old Italian restaurant called Cotto over by like Fell Ave. Are you familiar with that? In Burnaby, like Hastings Heights area. Cotto. Big old building by a Tim Hortons. Kind of looked like a derelict Italian restaurant. Kicked the bucket a few months ago.
Tim Hortons. I don't know where the Tim Hortons is on Hastings.
It's by my like a deep cut, my favorite old sushi restaurant, Sushi Town. If that rings a bell. Do you know any of by Kensington area, kind of?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're heading like east. Yeah.
This is just downstream from your old campus.
Yeah,
right?
That's right. Okay. Doesn't really matter if you know where the location is. Just know it's on your commute.
Okay.
Old Italian place, shut down. It's being revitalized. I drove past it the other day. I was like, what the hell's going in there? So I did some research. And a brand new Italian restaurant is opening up in North Burnaby. And you know who's designing the menu?
Johnny Ive.
Even better. Chef.
A real designer?
Chef Pino.
Oh, let's go.
He is coming back with a net new concept. As you know, the Yaletown hotbed, Chef Pino's, has shuttered its doors this year, but the man doesn't rest. He's back in the kitchen.
Dude, get down or lay down, Chef Pino.
Exactly.
If you ever thought Chef Pino was retiring, you thought wrong. He's so back.
He's so back.
So cotto in Italian, if I'm not mistaken, means cut or cutlet.
Does it?
I think so.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's the old restaurant. The new restaurant is going to be called Il Capello, which I have no idea what that means.
Il Capello.
Il Capello.
Let's see. I'm just going to Google that.
Yeah, look that one up.
The hat or the hair?
Probably the hat, because all chefs must wear the ratatouille style chef hat.
Yeah, they must wear some kind of hair deterrent from, you don't want your long Italian locks as music bumping car drives by. You don't want your long Italian locks to end up in someone's spaghettini.
No. Well, dude, I think it's a mark of pride. You don't get in the Michelin guide with a hatless chef. Like, even if the chef is bald, he needs some sort of headwear to like add a regality to his like kind of official presence in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And Chef Pino is no stranger to that. And this is a good chance for us to plug through the Breadheads. Chef Pino is alumni of Think Fresh podcast. Most notorious Vancouver chef has graced this mic, so scroll back and check out that episode if you would like.
Yeah, when it comes to famous Vancouver chefs, there's really no comparison to the one and only Mr. Pino Posteraro.
Oh, yeah. Posteraro.
Yeah, he is. He didn't invent the Feeney burger, but let's give him everything else he's done in his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he still deserves his artichoke flowers.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Speaking of notable chefs, Eric, I actually had a really interesting take-home experience the other day. Do you know that Toronto native and chef turned film star Matty Matheson?
Oh, yeah.
Familiar name?
Yep.
He has...
Friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod.
Yeah, that's right. We're 1 degree removed from Matty.
From Matty Matheson. He has a a packaged food company called Matheson Foods.
Okay.
And I was able to cop a box of their Matheson mac and cheese.
Oh,
yeah. It's kind of like a craft dinner.
Okay.
Mac and cheese mix, same kind of steps. You boil the water, you add the noodle, you add the powder, it somehow becomes sauce, you eat it.
Oh, dude, that sounds really good. So are you boiling the pasta separate?
Isn't that how you always do it? If you're
you said you're boiling the sauce, or you just boil the pasta and you add the powder.
Add the powder.
Gotcha. So it is exactly like KD.
It's the exact. He just ripped off KD. Different branding, looks cool.
Dude, that's awesome because I'm going camping this weekend. Maybe I should pick up some of that. Where'd you buy it?
I found it on the Sunshine Coast, so I don't know if you'd be able to cop it here. I'm sure that
you didn't buy me any.
I should have. I got those Bellini things in the same place.
Oh fuck yeah, those were really good by the way.
Yeah.
Damn, so this must have been like a very nice Italian grocery store then.
It was like dabbling in like the right type of like some like gift shops like completely missed the mark. They'll like have like a bunch of birthday cards that have like minions on them, but this one is like we're gonna cherry pick from the finest trending cuisine and business entrepreneurs and bring in some of their best material.
Absolutely. I mean, Ty, we're not very far from the Gourmet Warehouse of Vancouver. Have you ever dabbled in this store?
Dude, the Gourmet Warehouse go crazy.
I fucking love that place.
I love that.
I think we should swing by and see if they got any extra Matty KD.
Yeah. Maddie's Mac,
yeah.
I love that idea. What's cool about the Gourmet Warehouse and like whatever urban center's equivalent is, depending on where you're listening from, is that you're going to find so many things infused into other things. Like that's like an infusion hotspot, like you're not just getting regular extra virgin olive oil there, cold pressed. It has to have a little chili flake or like maybe they put a bay leaf in there because they're freaky.
It's almost impossible to buy a single ingredient there. You have to buy something else.
It's a combo deal,
Yeah.
You're not like there because you want to make cookies. You're there because they have like an experiential cookie dough and like a cookie tray that like makes your cookies shaped like starfish or maybe like a cat. So the Matty Matheson mac and cheese, that's a mouthful, literally and figuratively. It's pretty different than your run-of-the-mill craft dinner or Annie's. It's like the noodle is like tubular, like kind of like a washer on like that you'd fit on a pipe,
So it's rigatoni, but like a 2D version.
Yeah, it's like if you take rigatoni, it's like a micro rig, you know?
Micro rig.
Micro
Explain.
rig. Like you take the rigatoni the short way. You know, you take a rigatoni.
Like a cross section.
You just compress it. You just make it like really, really tiny. You know? I'm trying to think of an object that kind of is this shape, like a ring. It's almost like a brass ring you'd put on a finger.
Right. So kind of like the Chrome Hearts, kind of like wide spacer ring.
Dude, exactly that. That's literally, you're just eating mouthfuls of that shit.
Wow. So the great thing about rigatoni, Ty, is that it holds the sauce inside the toni.
Yeah, 100%. And this is my biggest challenge with craft dinner, because that shit's so long and noodly. Yeah. The middle of it, if you do a perfect cross section of a nude, it's dry in there. There's no way the sauce is going to make it to the core of the noodle.
Mm-hmm. The sauce is thick. You know what I mean? It's not going to get in there.
It's not getting all the way in. Can only penetrate the crust.
So is that something that Matty was able to solve with his proprietary noodle technology?
Yeah, this is proprietary proportions. And he's right to put IP on this, because it was a brilliant move. Like, this shit was sauced up. And I'll give you another, like, bonus of it, is that something about the cheese powder that he did was, like, 10 times punchier than Annie's. Like, this shit was just, like, back of the mouth, hitting hard, had a little spice, had a little zest, like very flavorful.
Well, dude, Annie's famously is baby food. You know what I mean? It's so mild. Like the white cheddar version of Annie's is like, it's like milk almost.
Yeah, it's true.
Even KD, it's got that kind of special je ne sais quoi, that preservative tang to it, you know?
Yeah. No, Annie's is the perfect breakup food for that reason, because it's like when you felt too much that day, you just want to feel numb, feel nothing.
I just want
like,
to eat mush.
I just want mush in my stomach. Soothe me.
Yeah,
that's where Annie's comes in. Annie's is a shoulder to cry on.
Yeah, dude. Annie is nothing. She's all ears.
She's all ears. Yeah, thank you, Annie.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, but this shit's got some punch. And then I was like looking at the box though. I have this fun new game I play where I read the nutritional facts. People don't normally do that. I like to do that. Mm-hmm. I know, crazy. This shit has got like in one box like over 50% of your fat for the day, like trans fat. Like it's like 75%. It's like the whole thing. Like if you eat this box, you don't get to eat anything else. It's like so fatty, so salty.
Yeah.
Like a little sugar in there too. Like,
oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude, this thing is nutritionally detracting and incredibly bad for you. You cannot live off it, which makes sense. Like, have you seen Matty Matheson?
Yeah.
If this is his idea of a meal, that checks out.
Yeah, he's got to fuel that big body of his.
Dude, yeah, that guy's a tank.
Yeah. Okay, so the Matty Matheson craft dinner, the mac and cheese is wouldn't recommend. Like RFK would be like hard no on that.
RFK would be skeptical. Okay. I'm just curious, like what else this guy's got in his inventory. As far as food, so I'm gonna pull up.
You said it's called Matheson Foods.
Matheson Food, Matty's World. It's got the book. It's got. I'm in the shop section of this guy's website here. He also sells T-shirts. Surprisingly difficult to find the food section of this guy's website.
Are you on MathesonFoodCompany.com?
I'm on MattyMatheson.store. Is that a different web domain?
Yeah, this one has a e-commerce.
Oh, that's
platform.
What we're looking for. Perfect. This guy's on Shopify.
Yeah.
Cool.
Does this look right?
That looks
Matheson Food Company original. There's cracked pep.
Oh, dude, nothing like getting cracked off the pep. Yeah, that's the
smoky
one.
mac, creamy sharp ched. This guy's designing his labels like he's just one of the guys, you know?
Dude, this is like, I bet whatever creative agency made this website, packaging was like having a field day. They're like, we know exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm. It's giving like 40s like stay-at-home mom kind of like aesthetic. You know what I mean?
A little bit like post-war, post-ration. Like we're just starting to find ourselves again.
Yeah,
totally. We don't want to do too much. We haven't quite invented vector art. They haven't invented vector art. This is a simpler time.
Yeah, Procter & Gamble just recently pivoted from making guns to like toothpaste.
Like, would you like baby food from the gun company?
Yeah. They're no longer making tanks, but now they're making your maple molasses sauce.
Yeah, exactly. So you're right. It's like a bygone era when people weren't concerned about what was in their food. They were just concerned about whether they were going to have a meal.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the visual design is what it's appealing to, actually.
I really like this ad here. It says, not a McRib, and then in brackets, it is.
Oh, man. More questions than answers coming out of that.
And Matty Matheson, come on the pod.
Yeah, facts, if you're listening. Sweet visual design, though.
Yeah, I'm into this.
Makes me want to eat more.
Okay, great, Ty. So I have to actually do some food shopping this week for my camping trip.
You're going camping?
Yeah, I'm going to hit up this gourmet warehouse today.
Mm-hmm. Look for some, dehydrated rice? That's all rice.
I'm hoping to have some kind of gourmet minute rice that I can use.
Dude, all rice is dehydrated. I don't know why I said that.
I guess you're right. But some of it takes longer to cook, and I don't have that much fuel with me to cook rice for 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to do something that's a little bit faster. And I'm thinking I'm going to go with Japanese curry. See if I can make some of that up there on the mountaintop.
Dude, that's my second favorite type of curry after Indian curry.
Thai curry is last?
Thai curry is last.
The namesake curry is last?
Yeah. I just feel like they use too much lemongrass.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of green anything.
I just feel like lemongrass is smells great, just a terrible eating experience.
I disagree, dude. You've ever had lemongrass chicken, so I'll give you a pass.
I feel like a fucking horse when I'm eating it, like chewing on hay.
Lemongrass itself, yeah, not good. But lemongrass marinated chicken, Vietnamese style, very good.
Yeah, the flavor infusion, objectively delicious. It's the actual, when they put it as a garnish. I'm always thinking with the garnish, are you pro or anti garnish consumption? Is the real question here.
I don't believe in garnishes that can't be eaten. You know what I mean? Why are you putting anything on the food that can't be eaten?
I agree completely.
Like when there's a little flour in the cocktail that's not edible, and I eat it anyway, and then I regret it.
Then you get sick, yeah.
And then I have some kind of rare leukemia develop.
100%. I think the only exception is when you're adding a garnish to a cocktail for aromatics only. But I think they should specify that when it comes to the table. Otherwise, everything should be edible. I don't even like when there's a rind, if they give me a slice of lemon on the side of my tableside Caesar.
But it's just the skin, right?
They give me a little thing to squeeze myself, but that's going to leave an inedible rind. If that is the case, don't give it to me. Squeeze it for me and take it away.
Those should be thrown across the room after you squeeze them.
Yeah, totally. At the back of your server's head. Yeah. Boneless wings, great. I don't like the idea of you have to leave a bone on the plate when you're done. I think that's crazy. You should be able to eat everything on the plate.
No, dude, boneless wings, we've strayed too far from God's light. You know what I mean? If we gotta eat a wing, I gotta have some evidence that I've eaten the wing. You know what I mean?
The evidence is your fat tummy and smiling face.
There's that, but I also want to see a graveyard on my plate.
I guess so. Two different schools of thought there.
Totally. Or just a huge pile of fish bones. Nothing makes you feel like a man more than a huge pile of bones on your plate. Yeah,
I totally understand that, but I feel like if you're eating a meal, the philosophy should be that you can lick the plate and you get to eat 100% of what they're serving you. Otherwise, it's like when they water down your drink with ice. It's not. They're selling you something you can't have.
You can have the ice tie.
You can't eat the bones. I don't know. Got a UPS driver going by.
Oh yeah, baby. We're podding in public today.
World my pickup. Here comes the dump truck.
Yeah, we're just gonna let this one kind of squeak by.
Rush hour's starting right now. Squeak, squeak. TikTok, 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 TikTok. Okay.
Redez, thanks for participating in traffic with us.
See what the back of that truck says, Eric? It says, "Follow me for your next great meal." It's a food delivery truck.
Wow, you see that? I think it was a chicken on the bone there.
Yeah, it was chicken on the bone. Yeah, that's not a great meal to me. That's a scam. But I did follow one of those trucks once. I was hungry. I was alone. I saw that truck. It said, "Follow me to your next great meal." So I did. You know where it took me?
To Buy Low Foods.
So close. A Wendy's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that's how I discovered that Wendy has a veggie burger.
That's kind of cool. Right? Happy for you.
Yeah, so if you see one of those trucks drive by and it has a call to action like that, you must obey.
Mm-hmm. Ty, I need to talk to you about how I'm building off of my Outdoor Boys lore this week.
In preparation for your camping trip.
In preparation for my camping trip, exactly.
You're so camping pilled right now, dude.
Dude, all I want to do is fucking sleep next to a fire. But no, I went fishing on the weekend. I'm a fisherman now, Ty.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, that's right.
Rod, or did you catch things with your hands?
Rod in hand.
Hand.
It was first rod, and then you got to use your hands after that.
Nice. Rod in hand has kind of a like phallic interpretation. The rod. I'm part of the Rod in Hand Club.
Yeah, I'm sick with the rod.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, caught a nice tiny little bass. Immediately tossed
Good
it back.
For you. You're a real catch and release guy.
Yeah, I'm a catch and release guy.
You're
I've got a heart.
Sport.
I'm just a sport fisherman.
Yeah.
No, I've got a heart. I can't if it's too little. You know what I mean? I resisted the urge to cook it on the spot. But I ended up tossing this little guy back. And I think next time what I'll do, Ty, is I'm going to bring a portable stove with me and a knife and just gut the motherfucker on the spot.
On the spot, dude. Squeeze a little lime and salt on that bad boy. Sashimi, table, both sides sashimi.
Yeah, dude. It's pretty funny because we went fishing. I went fishing with my parents and we caught one fish, threw it back, and then drank 7 beers.
Yo, that's what fishing's all about, dude. It's just getting outside with a 6-pack of beers. Yeah. Ideally, leave no trace.
Yeah, we were so drunk that we lost like several lines on the tree beside us.
So my question to you is, okay, sober, is fishing, like obviously drunk is a hard sport, but is fishing a hard sport sober?
I don't know if it's about it being difficult. It's more about like...
Is it hard to catch a fish?
It's a difficult answer, Ty.
Okay, explain.
It's a difficult answer because you could be the most dumb fisherman on earth.
I am.
Likewise. And it won't matter if you're in the best possible spot at the best possible time.
Oh, timing is everything with the fisherman.
Timing and season.
Location. That's what they tell me.
That's right. That's what the real estate agents will tell you. And that's super true, in my opinion. If you are fishing in a place with no fish, you won't catch anything. But fishing somewhere where the fish are hungry, you know what I mean? Maybe the government of British Columbia has just stocked that lake, which is a real thing, which I find hilarious.
That's crazy that they stock lakes. That doesn't make any sense.
So funny. But if you actually, I don't look at that shit. It's kind of like, looking at the questions before trivia night.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. You're ruining the game.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to rehearse this. I want to go in there and not know anything and then get it right.
It makes you realize, though, when you find out, like, lakes are stocked and, like, a street cleaner fixes up this road every single night, that, like, the world we live in is this, like, Disneyland-esque environment to, like, a figment of our imagination subsidized by our taxpayer money.
Yeah, it's annoying when I can't even have one unique experience, let alone like someone stalking the lake so I can fish it in. Like, that just seems crazy.
You put the fish in, I take the fish out. It's a simple concept.
Yeah, I'm a simple man.
Simple man. So you're blasted off 7 or 8 beers. You're catching a little tiny bass. What a wonderful way to spend a Saturday.
Oh yeah, beautiful day. It's pretty funny because I went to, not to dox myself, but I went to a certain university that is a Christian university.
You did?
Yeah.
This is news to me, dude.
No, it's just for fishing. They have a pond beside it.
Oh,
I didn't study the teachings of Jesus Christ.
You trespassed on like a Bible school to fish in their like man-made lake?
You're right. I didn't even pay for parking. But turns out they had a great spot there for fishing. They saw like a few other people fishing, which is always a good sign.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We started out in a river and it was just too fast. You know, our rod couldn't handle that.
Dude, yeah, it's hard to keep up with that. Yeah. You want a slow day.
Yeah, we went over to this like lake / pond and it was good catches happening. We didn't stay there for very long. It was getting late, but I feel like we could have caught a couple more.
You got to get one of those like 2-man aluminum shell boats. Just like the little tiny motor barely operates, the tin ones. Yeah, I think that's such a cool look when a dude just like is sitting on there with his rod, really sad. It's a really sad kind of vibe.
Yeah, and the good thing is like if you don't have a motor on that thing, that means you can drink as many beers as you want.
Yeah, you are not liable for whatever happens, and also you're isolated. You're not going to cause anyone any problems, nor can they cause you.
I can't even reach 1 knot. You know what I mean? It's like I'm stationary.
Dude, yeah, you're just floating.
Yeah.
I think there's kind of like a side of every man that just fantasizes about that, just being alone in a little aluminum can in the middle of a quiet pond. You and 14 of your closest friends.
14, yeah, dude.
By that I mean
totally
beers.
Agree. Oh, I totally agree. Yeah. How do you feel about fishing? Like philosophically, like would you ever do it? Have you done it?
I've never done it. I come from a long line of hobbyist fishermen, but I've never dabbled. I did as a kid. I'd thrown a few lines, but didn't really like it. I'm an impatient man, Eric. I need to be multitasking to really enjoy myself.
Yeah.
And the only type of multitasking I know of, like the old world of fishing, actually, I'm yapping a lot. I would like to just tell you how I feel about fishing.
Please.
Okay. I think fishing is ready for disruption.
No, it's not, dude.
Yes,
it's
it
the
is.
oldest like tradition hobby in the world.
Well, that was because fishing used to be lame as hell when all you had to do was just stand there holding the rod and then like a cigarette or a beer, you know? You just like do that for hours. But now fishing has this new unlock with mobile phones where you can just like scroll and scroll and scroll while you're waiting to catch a fish.
Mm-hmm.
So you enable this like new level of day-to-day brain rot where you can like forgive the brain rot because you're actually fishing. You know, like I can be swiping through TikTok. I can be soliciting people to send me crypto. Maybe you're on Bumble. I don't know. As a bumblebee flies by.
But Ty, this is the whole beauty of getting outside and touching grass. You know what I mean? Getting away from your phone, just paying close attention to the little buoy sitting out there in the water, seeing if it dips underwater. So you got to catch, hanging out with your mates, cracking a few beers.
Dude, that is
maybe
dumb.
Maybe one of your dumb friends falls in the water. Like that's like the whole point of fishing. Man.
And how great would it be if you could capture that on film, 4K?
Sure, if we want to wear the Meta spectacles, then be my guest.
Dude,
but,
yeah, I caught that on Ray-Ban.
Yeah, shot on Facebook.
Yeah. I just feel like you're acting a little bit dumb and regressive right now because you are sleeping on the opportunity to use fishing as a fantastic time to just have uninterrupted scrolling. Because you know what? You know who's never going to be near, like, on the aluminum raft with you? A woman. So, which means you don't have to listen, you don't have to talk, you just can scroll.
Yeah.
You can reel in with one hand and reels with the other.
That's clever, but that's what the toilet bowl is for, Ty. I lock myself in the bathroom and do all of my scrolling.
Oh, yeah, you get the sore knees by the end of it.
Yeah. No, but, I mean, that's another, I mean, once you've sold me, stop selling, you know what I mean? Like, fair no enough. Girls, like, that sounds great.
That sounds awesome.
Leave the ball and chain at home.
Yeah, leave the ball and chain, pick up the cord and handle.
Yeah, dude. Some nylon and rod.
Nylon and rod, dude. Nothing like the rod and hand club.
Yeah, dude. I even went and bought like 3 worms from the store.
Yeah.
It was fun. I found a worm on the ground and I used that. That was like...
You got a worm on the ground? Dude,
I found a worm on the ground and
Bear
I put on the
Grylls
hook.
over here. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude. Call me Luke from the Outdoor Boys. I'm fishing with some shit that I caught.
That's how I feel every time I want to walk and I see like a blackberry bush or something.
Yeah.
I feel like Bear Grylls like taking a single blackberry off the plant.
And you have food poisoning for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah,
not built for that, Eric. But I would fish. I think I like the idea. If I'm going to eat a fish, I might as well work for it.
Yeah, totally. I think you'd feel pretty good about it. Like you'd catch it, fillet it in the most humane way possible.
Yeah.
Because like. I imagine getting caught is traumatic, but like the time between getting caught and being sold at the fish market is like a long time. So you're forcing the fish to live in this time period where it's just unhappy. Mm-hmm. But if you put it out of its misery by putting it on your portable stove immediately, then I don't see any problem with that.
Totally. Like you don't want all these like POWs in a tank at the farmer's market.
Yeah, exactly. Sitting on ice.
Yeah, Pike Place.
Yeah, getting tossed
around like a hunk of meat.
Yeah. Being passed to the homie. Yeah, dude, fishing is a wonderful, wonderful time. And the best thing is, if you don't catch anything, it's just as fun as if you caught something.
Still a win, hey? Yeah. You can go home feeling good because you drank 9 beers.
You drank 9 beers. You had 2 sandwiches.
You got a sunburn.
And you stared at a body of water. You know?
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta look at the horizon, you know? It's calming. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll make that happen this summer. I gotta get a license. License to kill.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I suggest you get on it immediately because the license is reset in April. So, like, if you buy a license in March, it only lasts for a month.
No.
Yeah, so like you have to get it at the start of the season
Oh,
for it to
it's
be
one season use.
Yeah.
It's like Fortnite.
Yeah. So you got to get the saltwater DLC and then the freshwater DLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got both. So.
Cool. So you're licensed to kill in any body of water. Hey?
That's right. It's a whole every body of water fears
Not a
me.
single fish is safe.
That's right, Ty. It's kind of interesting because it's a very like regulated sport as well, especially here in BC. Like, there's so many rules about like what you can catch, when you can catch it. You got to pay a special, get a special add-on for your license if you want to catch a certain kind of salmon at a certain time of year. All of which doesn't matter if you're native. If you're native, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Cool.
Which is kind of cool. They protected that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta do your research, But I got my licenses. I'm ready to fish, man.
You're well researched too. It seems like.
Yeah.
A thing or two.
I just know that I need to look before I catch. Like I have to I know that there's rules. I don't know all the rules. That's kind of where I'm at.
So you pull the fish out of the water, and then you pull out your phone, and you use the Gemini app to scan the fish and give you some information on it.
I did exactly that, Ty, and I was able to identify the fish that
you
I
actually used AI to that's kind of funny.
Yeah, because we had no idea what the fuck we caught. But I asked ChatGPT, and it was a largemouth bass.
No way, you caught a Micropertura salmonoidus?
It sounds like a certain kind of flesh-eating disease, but yes, I did catch that.
Wow, a small-sized largemouth bass.
Right?
That's cool. Very
contradictory.
Kind of contradictory in a descriptive way.
Yeah.
That's sick that you can use it for that. I should be sending more pictures to the internet to get answers.
Yeah, I know.
Next, we're going to obviously get another round of beer. And after we do, I'm going to take a photo of it and see if they can ID what type of beer it is based off the tint.
Whoa, yeah.
You think you can do it?
Yellow or brown?
Yellow or brown, baby.
Well, on that note, Ty, I think it's time for us to wrap up.
Yeah, I can't hold my yellow or my brown, so...
Yeah, let's saddle up here while we get another pint going.
Hell yeah. Thanks for listening, Breadheads. Think fresh, everybody. Ciao.